Any advice for Ronaldo, another young guy in the league?
No, I think he's such a talent. He's such a great player and a good person, and he's one of the best, if not the best player in the world. So watching him is a huge pleasure for many Real Madrid fans.
Y Cristiano, que es un asesino del gol. A Cristiano no le podés dejar pasando la mitad de la cancha patear al arco, porque los arqueros le temen. Hay que decir la verdad. Los arqueros a Cristiano Ronaldo le tienen miedo. A Messi por ahí no tanto, porque no tiene la potencia que tiene Cristiano. Pero Cristiano es un jugador que es un profesional increíble, y me parece que hoy por hoy están cabeza a cabeza con Messi. Ya no es que Messi está arriba de Ronaldo o que Ronaldo está arriba de Messi. Yo creo que están igualados.
Well, I think when Cristiano played for Manchester United, I think there was signs in there that he was, a world-class player, and I think the figures he produced for Manchester United were very, very good. But I think his game's gone to another level. I think now he's arguably the best player in the world. So I think he's improved each year by year, and I think the numbers and the goals he scores now, he's setting new records and taking the game to a new level.
Yo no compito contra Cristiano, ni mucho menos. Yo intento hacer lo mejor para mi equipo, para mi selección. Y sabemos que esto es algo de ustedes, los periodistas, que alimentan día a día a intentar de compararnos y buscarnos cosas por estadística, por juego, pero creo que ni él ni yo competimos el uno contra el otro.
What's it like training with Cristiano every day?
It's another reason why I came to Madrid, to play with the best players and learn off them as well. And seeing him in training every day, you see how focused and how concentrated he is on every aspect of his game, and the amount of goals he's scoring and what he does for the team is incredible. Nobody's living up to that at the moment.
Do you have any sort of desires on that as well? Does that ever cross your mind that you want to be that #1 player in the world?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you don't, then you kind of shouldn't be playing football. I think
I never had that. I just wanted to play.
But yeah, for me, I think I'm improving all the time and trying to get to the level Cristiano's at, and by seeing him in training and in games, it gives me that kind of platform to aim for and keep improving, and hopefully one day I can get there.
Especially Cristiano, he's winning games on his own. This season he's been unbelievable, and I think at the minute he's by far the best player in the world, and hopefully he can work some of his magic and get us into the semi-finals.
C'est plus qu'intransférable en fait. Cristiano, c'est l'âme de cette.
Cristiano is more than untransferable. He's the soul of this Madrid. I laugh at the question because as long as I'm here, he won't leave. That's for sure.
Je serai là, il partira pas, ça c'est sûr.
I said it yesterday, he's in our team and he's the best player in the world, and I'm going to repeat it today, for you not to keep any doubts about it. I know what Cristiano's level is, and his value. He's proving it during the matches, but he also proves it in every training session. He's the best player in the world, and every time you ask me anything, I will just say yes, so we can end up focusing on what I say, and we can focus more on what Cristiano does on the pitch.
They are two great players, as I said before when asked. Kaká won it last year, and Ronaldo is getting better every year at Manchester United. It is beautiful to watch them playing.
I remember after the game, all the players in the change room were saying, whoa, we need to have this guy. And then Cristiano, we saw him in this game, no one heard of him before. And then after the game, we all knew who he was. John O'Shea was sitting down like this, saying, look what he's doing to our guys, man. But he was, on the day, he was brilliant. It was just a beautiful moment that the two clubs played together to open the stadium, and then to see someone play so free, so open, skills, excite the crowd. It was a perfect place for him to come to Manchester.
I believe Cristiano Ronaldo had a good performance last year. winning the Spanish League with Real Madrid. He performed well at the Euros too. I believe he has all the possibilities to win it. But individual trophies are always subjective, based on the opinion of 100 people. So that's why it's hard to anticipate who will be the winner. It's hard to win the Ballon d'Or now too. In the past, there were more candidates to win the trophy, perhaps 15 or 20. Nowadays, we have 4 or 5. I think that's the major difference in this 10-year gap, the number of possible winners. But of course, in individual terms, this was one of the most important trophies for me. Very few players have the opportunity and the luck to win this trophy, and I was one of them. I'm very proud of that achievement.
Everyone is entitled to give their opinion and say whatever they want. Last year, there was a lot of debate around this issue, but this year, it's obvious. I am the Real Madrid coach, but it's hard to think of another player other than Cristiano Ronaldo, because he has won everything so far. He has won every individual award and every collective award. Some people seem to forget how important Cristiano was to win the Champions League. He scored 17 goals in the Champions League. We can argue about next year and the Golden Ball, because I don't think there's a doubt about this year.
People know roughly the story of the Sporting Lisbon night, but tell it to us from your point of view.
Yeah, well, we'd just come back from pre-season tour in America, so it was the last thing that we wanted to go to Portugal with the jet lag, and I wasn't playing, you wasn't playing, was you? And we were on the bench, and I was nodding off from the jet lag, so you were
dropped, I was getting ready.
It's a first for everything.
Yeah.
But it was one of them games where you think, I'm glad I'm not playing, and then you've seen Ronaldo get the ball, and you've seen him turn John O'Shea inside out, and you're having a little giggle to yourself. And
you're thinking, good one to miss here.
Yeah, he just lit up the game, and you know, all the lads were talking to him after the game, and then I remember we were waiting on the coach, and what we were waiting for, and we just got a little whisper that they were doing the deal for 13 million, so yeah.
So if you didn't have jet lag, the future of football might have been very different, and you played properly, not you individually, but the team.
He'd probably be still at Lisbon now, Ronaldo, you know.
What if he didn't play against John O'Shea?
Yeah. But we did want him straight away. Whatever about his, obviously, technical ability when he came to United as a young kid, I think his personality, I think he was given the option, what impressed us all as well as players, that I think he was given the option to stay at Lisbon for a year on loan. But he said, no, I fancy it. And as soon as he came into the dressing room, he was a likeable lad. Clearly, we could all see he's got a bit of potential. And what he's gone on to do has been absolutely amazing. And it's great to watch.
To the present generation of players like Figo and Zidane, Sanchez, and of course, it's budding distance of Ronaldo.
Yeah, I thought he might get a mention. Is it possible for you to look at him without emotion?
Yeah, absolutely. My job as manager of Manchester United. I might even trip him up as he run by, if as long as the referee's not watching. But no, I see a player who's fulfilled every potential we thought he had. For the next 3-4 years, he'll just carry on because, one, he's never injured. He's an incredible appetite to play in practice. He's got great physique. He's two-footed, he's quick, he's great in the air. I mean, even if we're to lose one of those qualities, he's still going to be a great player. I'm proud of everything he's achieved. I'm proud of the fact he was at our club for 6 years.